Hi, the focus of this tape is simultaneous solution. I'm David Birnbaum, the author of Summa Metaphysica series. As you may be aware, Summa 1 was published in 1988, and Summa 2 was published initially online in 2005, then hardcover 2008. In order to get the very focused Summa theory directly to my audience, unfiltered, we elected to do a series of short 8 to 10 minute focus tapes from me directly to you, my audience. While these tapes intersect and overlap, and are done in sequence, each tape is relatively standalone. But if you have a basic familiarity with my overall schematic, you can enter at any point. So the focus of this particular tape will be the proposed simultaneous solution which Summa brings to the table. We intend with one concept to lance the main classic impasses, conundrums of metaphysics, hard sciences, and classic theology of the past several thousand years, which remain unanswered. Yes, now typically the metaphysics issues are handled separately from the hard sciences issues and separately from the theology issues. But we all know that ultimately the solution to one should dovetail with the solutions to the other. Now typically totally separate set of people handle each field. They sort of speak a different language, different lingo. Obviously, I endeavor to speak in a common language, a so to speak universal language. But be aware that this so to speak universal language is not necessarily the maximum comfort level language of any of the three groups, metaphysicians, physicists, or theologians, but is the optimal play for my audience. In any event, there are three basic fields to elaborate. First, the hard sciences, physics, astrophysics, chemistry, biology, math. Second, metaphysics, philosophy. Third, theology. My concept, since I was a youngster, that a truly powerful metaphysics with one concept, one core concept, should be able to lance all the key outstanding issues. And I believe I have it. That being said, we have a very interesting situation on our hands. The concept being, if the proposed solution to one or two key issues simultaneously lances a slew of key issues across the spectrum of all these basic fields, then we indeed have in our hands a very interesting situation. And indeed such is the case. Now, I felt from the get-go that the so to speak code breaker was something subtle, something at the tip of consciousness, or so to speak at the tip of our noses, or in other language, hiding in plain sight, or else someone else would have seen it beforehand. Now, hiding in plain sight is a very graphic and powerful and crucial concept here. And we're going to deal with it later in depth, because it turns out to be curiouser and curiouser. Next, I wanted this concept to optimally be one I can assert as being eternal, because that simultaneously solves a lot of major issues. An eternal concept is a powerful concept. I want this to be simple, yet sophisticated. Simple, yet powerful. So as you see, I had a fairly demanding checklist for my little holy grail cosmic code-breaking concept. Anyway, about 25 years into my little quest, started at about age 7. Finally, in 1982, at age 32, I finally isolated on a juicy conceptual target. My little signature concept, quest for potential, infinitely iterated, pegging off the more mundane concept of potential, which we use in everyday language. Anyway, as noted, this so to speak eureka moment was early 1982, while on vacation on the beach in Barbados. So, I had to get back to New York, 1982, to check it out, to check out the encyclopedias. Then we didn't have Google search. I checked out the encyclopedias. No one had preferred that concept. I began work. So since 1982, I've been working on this project. First Summa 1 and then Summa 2. It's a very carefully calibrated project. I'm a careful, calibrated person. Every step of the way, we're checking for any flaw of vulnerability. And we do not see any flaw of vulnerability. So, let's start from the get-go. In classical metaphysics, in theology, and even physics, the first question is cosmology, cosmogony. Where does everything come from? The next question is the questions of being. Who are we? What is our place in the universe? What is consciousness? Why is there consciousness? Wherefore consciousness? Meaning, where did consciousness come from? Next, the cluster of purpose questions. What is our purpose? Next, if there's a God, first the theogony question. What are the origins of this God? Second, if there's a God, and this God is all-powerful and all-merciful, why is there gross evil? This is the theodicy question. And finally, towards the end of our little checklist, teleology. Where are we heading? What is the end goal? Where's the cosmos heading? Where are we heading? Or where should we be heading? Now, physics and the other hard sciences, like biology, have many of the same questions, as noted, plus parallel question. What are the origins of our particular universe? But more concretely, and more specific to science, what ignited the famous Big Bang? Having bought into the Big Bang, we'd like to know what ignited it. And within the critical field of evolutionary biology, what is truly driving natural selection? Despite all the posturing that there's consensus, there is no consensus. There are multiple streams of thought. Many, but far from all, thought leaders in both metaphysics and physics often extensively posturing that all the issues are basically under control by the existing respective paradigms. But in reality, the issues are not under control at all. They're massive loose ends, massive gaps. And, respectfully, we intend to fill them in, to simultaneously solve this whole cluster of issues. This commences Part A of Simultaneous Solution. See you soon at Part B.